Hey, I know that you haven't been feeling the best about yourself lately. And I want you to know that I'm here for you, okay? I will always be here for you. I promise. Shh. I'm right here. I'm here for you. I will always be here. As glad as I am to have you here with me, I also hate knowing that you're only here because you're feeling bad about your appearance. I'm sorry. I am so sorry you feel that way. What you feel is understandable, and I don't want you to feel ashamed of it, not for a moment. Don't be afraid to let anything out around me, okay? I will never judge you, regardless of the emotions you're feeling. I'm not going to leave you. I care endlessly about you and your well-being. And I just want you to feel okay about yourself. Shh. It's okay. It's okay. Our world is filled with its biases, and I'm so sorry that you feel like you're on the receiving end. I'm sorry that people have mistreated you or judged you without knowing anything about you. You didn't deserve that. You didn't and don't. And, today's world doesn't exactly make it easy. Seeing people with superhuman good looks on screens practically every day. Seeing how you've seen others being praised for their looks. It's only natural to wish that you got the same. And what makes it worse is that it's more acceptable and understandable to hate the way that you look, hate your body, and hate yourself than it is to love yourself, to care for yourself in any way. And so, to try to make things better, maybe you've tried to zero in on your looks, micromanage every single one of your flaws in an attempt to adhere to these beauty standards, all for the sake of improving your chances of achieving your idea of success, believing wholeheartedly that nothing will get better unless you look better. Now, I will always find you perfect. My love for you will never end. And right now, if you'd feel better if I told you that you were beautiful or handsome, I will gladly do so. There are so many beautiful things in this world, from sunsets to flowers, from Christmas lights to seashells, and each look completely different from one another. Just because you don't look like something you or the world deems attractive, it doesn't mean that you aren't. But I do want you to realize something. Being beautiful or looking better is not going to fix everything. I want you to take that in for a moment. It's okay if your first instinct is to get upset with me or contradict me, though I am so sorry for making you feel bad. It's okay to feel whatever you need to, and to think whatever you'd like. I will always forgive you, and I would rather that you direct any emotion you're experiencing right now towards me rather than take it out on yourself or the world around you. I can handle you at your best and worst. Remember that always. You may feel defensive and believe that what I'm saying isn't true. It's okay to take a breather and come back when you're ready. But I don't think you would be here if you didn't need to hear these words. If you didn't hope that you could stop believing this about yourself. Now, I completely understand if you feel differently, that your looks are important, and I get it. But beyond basic hygiene, I think you're trying to solve what is ultimately an unsolvable problem. I know. It's hard to hear. It's okay. It's okay. I'm here. Your intelligence makes you look at everything like it's a problem to be solved. And given how frequently you see yourself, your looks are an easy scapegoat. And it's not easy to give that up. Especially given how much time you've likely spent endlessly thinking about your appearance and listening to others saying that looks are all that matter. It is so easy to internalize those messages. But there are so many other components that go into determining whether or not people like being around you. Your appearance is only a small factor. Sure, looking better may make things easier for you at first, but your charisma, your work ethic, the hobbies you have, how easygoing you are, your sense of humor. It is so easy to neglect those aspects of personhood and more, just because you can't see them. But you see what you look like every single day. I know it's a lot to take in. I know. I'm right here. It's okay. It's okay. Do you remember what I said earlier about it being more acceptable to hate yourself? Why do you think that is? We live in a world that produces obedience by withholding self-esteem. So of course it will discourage its mending, replenishing, and healing. It wants you to endlessly keep buying and keep wasting your time ruminating on your looks. This is why the idea of intrinsic worth is touted as being so dangerous that it's condemned as being self-indulgent and egocentric. Because if people feel they have a value that doesn't need to be earned, how can they be made to work? How could they continue to strive at all? Who wins when you feel this way about yourself? Not you. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. Take that in for a moment, okay? And just breathe. Just breathe, my love. Just breathe. In and out. In and out. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't try to improve yourself, but you have to make sure that you're doing it for yourself and not to attain a version of yourself that might not be possible without taking things to an extreme. Going to the gym, running, swimming, dance, martial arts, doing whatever activity you're drawn to is never a bad idea. But instead of doing it to look better, do it to protect yourself as you age, heal your mind, or give you something to strive towards. You have to remember that what we see on our screens is a product of makeup, styling, lighting, angles, and editing. And if not that, it's either surgery or steroids. Any of those things also won't magically fix your problems, at least not without some serious inner work at the same time. It isn't that there's anything intrinsically wrong with them. Each can be helpful or harmful in different situations. It's just something that depends on its context and your motive. But at best, they become to body image what money and possessions are to self-esteem. They may help us gain approval from others, but they rarely contribute to a feeling of being valuable just as we are. And at worst, they become addictive in the same way that money and possessions can be addictive when combined with low self-esteem. Remember that our bodies are a living part of each of us. Illness, aging, injury, or anything that shakes some pillar of our identity can unsettle us for a time. Our body image or self-worth is not constant. Even really subtle things like someone telling us that we look well rested or that we look tired, can shift our perception of ourselves for that moment. But the big difference is that if we have a positive feeling about our bodies and ourselves, we don't extrapolate from it and usually take it as is. But with a poor image, every negative comment becomes proof that our bodies and, by extension, ourselves, are defective or worthless. You have to work to reframe the image you have about yourself. And it starts by aiming for neutral thoughts rather than forcing yourself to think positively. For example, instead of thinking or saying that you hate your body, you don't have to force yourself to say that you love it. Instead, just acknowledge what it does for you, whether it's as simple as getting you from place to place or achieving a fitness milestone. Rather than forcing yourself to say that you're beautiful, when you feel the opposite, remind yourself that all people deserve respect regardless of what they look like, including you. Remember that confidence is not the absence of insecurity, but knowing that you have real worth despite it. Your value goes far beyond your looks. You are worth it. Shh. Just take it in, okay? I'm right here, my love. Now, change takes time. It won't happen instantly. I care so much for you, more than anyone in the world, and nothing will ever change that. The last thing I want is to hurt you. I want you to become the best version of yourself. But you can't hate yourself into someone that you find lovable. And I can't force you to change. I can only show you the door. You have to choose to walk through it. I know that right now it feels like an exhausting journey. I don't know how long you've been stuck in this mindset, but we'll take small steps. We'll get through this together, okay? I'll stay by your side through it all. I promise. Just please try. I love you, okay? Regardless of how you think you appear. Now, I just want to be with you for a moment, okay? I'm right here, okay? Listen to my voice. Breathe in and out. In is all